YouTube, what's happening? It is Monday, June 30th, and we're going to talk about baseball today. That's all we have today. Besides Wimbledon, but my tennis sheets aren't ready yet, so I'm not doing anything Wimbledon yet. So maybe the next major I'll be ready for it. But today we have 8 games on the slate. It's a travel day. It's Monday. We know how that works. So very short slate. But we're still going to make the most out of it because there's profits to be made out there if we pick the right game. Those are the games. Let's take a look at how we did yesterday, like we always do. These are all the plays. Took Burrows hit over strikeouts nicely. Tampa, Baltimore did not hit the over, sadly, but hey, Bueller easily hit the over there. Bubich hit the strikeouts. Under 8.5 hit nicely. Patrick hit the strikeouts. Marquez had a great game for Colorado, to the point Colorado won the damn game somehow. Over, you can see the rest of these. We ended up going on the straight play 7-3. Great day overall. 0-1 in the parlays because Milwaukee decided to lose an extra to the Rockies. I had Milwaukee, Toronto won, Pittsburgh over the Mets, and I said Pittsburgh will crush the Mets. And what they do? They crushed the Mets. Pittsburgh is on fire right now, so crazy. So either way, still a great time overall. 7-3 on straights. We'll take it each and every day. That's profit galore. If you want the plays typed out for every single sport, I do, or access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research. Check out the HQ. Simple as that. So moving on, 8 games. This is going to be a short video. Let's stop wasting time and jump to the first game right now. All right, we're going to start off with the weather first. That way we can see what's happening because there's rain everywhere. And Phillies, potentially there's some rain, wind blowing out of 5, so that might be an issue. Pittsburgh, definitely going to be some rain. Looks like wind blowing in. Toronto, nothing. Boston looks like nothing to worry about. Tampa, always is summer. It can always rain here. And 80 degrees, nothing in Texas, Arizona, or Seattle. So yeah, half our games are going to have potential rain issues. Nothing really has any wind issues. There's nothing super hot out there. Every game's in like the mid 80s or it's inside. So good deal. Perfect. Let's go look at the lines. First game up is going to be San Diego at Philadelphia. Looks like we got Philly 215 on the money line with an 8.5 total. So Philly is a huge favorite over San Diego. Why? Why is the question. Let's go look. First thing I see is a whole bunch of yellow. I mean, a lot of yellow. That is too much yellow, probably. So I got to see who pitchers are. So let's pop over to the pitchers. Now, this is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Click it, sign, get you a whole week for free. So we got all that set up. Boom, there we go. Who's our pitchers? Waldron versus Wheeler. Okay, Wheeler's good. We know this. Now, I'm not taking, a lot of people are going to take Wheeler strikeouts today. Everybody's like, ooh, look at his strikeouts. Yeah, great numbers, right? Only problem is San Diego is number 1 in strikeouts. They went back to their last season form of never striking out. 5.8 in the last 10 games on average. That's ridiculously good. That's San Diego good. That's what they do. We don't take strikeout props against the Padres. We just don't do it. So we're going to ignore that. You can take it if you want to. You might hit it. Yeah, you might, but you are going to sweat for it. He's not going to pop out here and pop off 14 strikeouts. He might get 7, and he might struggle to get 7. So, but he might most likely probably get like 5 or 6. So leave it alone. Just be smart. Waldron 2.5 earned runs is. Why does it feel like I haven't seen Matt Waldron's name in a while? Because I haven't. It's why. I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't heard this name in a minute. He hasn't pitched at all. Have you not pitched at all this entire season? Not even out of the bullpen? Like, this is your season debut? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come with me. Waldron. Yep. This man even got a backdrop. What? What? Go away, X. Go away. Thank you. Stats. Let's see. 2023, 2024. Yeah, he started 26 games, went 7-11 and 26 starts. Last season, he had a 4.91 ERA. It is his season debut, and he's been in the minors. Okay. Welcome back, buddy. Well, what do we do with you? What do we do with you is the question, because this was your last 5 games of 2024. On your earned runs, you were not good. Just saying, you weren't, except for Colorado. But even then, Colorado got you the second time. Minnesota got you, Miami. Let's look at the matchups. I see why Philly's favored now. It makes sense. Wheeler going up against San Diego. Wheeler tends to own them except for Iglesias, who has 12 at-bats with a 4.17, with a 9.17 is not the best. Everybody else is either 0, struggling, or not enough data. Wheeler's pretty good. Righties, San Diego versus righties, there you go. Philly versus righties, there you go. And then Waldron versus Philly. There's your stats right there. Yeah, nothing's really standing out anyway. Let's go look at Wheeler's stuff real quick while we got it. I'll show you strikeouts. I know you want to see it. That you see, he's 6.5. It's plus 120. That's a sign right there. And he's only averaging 7.6. So yeah, he's technically over this, but he's going against the number 1 team. No. Earned runs, how we doing? Oh, dude is nasty. 6-6, 5-6, and 1-1-0-0. Absolute beast, except for the game against Atlanta where he gave up 6 runs. Hey, whatever. So, man. All right. Philly's probably the play. So we got to fade Waldron. It's his first major league start of the season. We fade those around here, especially when you're 3 months in the season already. Yeah, we're halfway through the season already. Did you know that? Crazy times. Yeah, we're gonna fade Waldron. But the Philly bats enough to fade though? That's the question. Like everything's pretty mid here. Here's a way to play this. How are we gonna play? There's only 8 plays. I want to play something in every game today. Just want to be a little risky. I think I want to go Philly money line, but not 215. Let's go with the whole Philly half in the first 5. Maybe that's a play we can go with. We're really going to fade Waldron heavily. So we're going to go Philly first 5, and let's go run line. Can I get a half? Philly half? Yeah, Philly half in the first 5. So what this means is that at the top of the 6th inning, Philly has to be winning. That's all it is. That's all it means. They can't be losing. They can't be tied. They have to be winning at the top of the 6th. So I don't want to bring the bullpens into it because I don't trust bullpens. Philly has the worst bullpen in the league by far. Look at the stats. They are atrocious. So we're going to ignore that Philly bullpen, and we're just going to take that first 5. So, yeah, first 5, Phillies minus half next. All right, game 2. Let's move on. That's going to be, where are we going to? Oh, we're going to Pittsburgh, baby. Pittsburgh, you can't beat up on the Mets anymore. They're beating up on the Cardinals this time. So Pittsburgh, it's a pick 'em. 8.5 is our total. Man, if there's a team on fire right now, it's got to be Pittsburgh. They just 3 straight games belt to ass against the Mets. The Mets, what are you doing? So they're both on 3-game winning streaks, so which is kind of, ooh. They both swept their series basically. So let's go look at who's pitching, because right here, clearly the bats are doing better. Pittsburgh strikes out a ton. St. Louis does not, but the bats are cooking. Now they're not used to having that many people on base, so they've been stranding a few out there because Pittsburgh ain't used to it. Hey, 35 and 50? Look at the Pirates go. Hey, if they could get a nice little streak going, that might get close enough to 500. They might not be selling at the trade deadline. They need to do a little more work. I say that, but come on, let's be honest. They're going to trade people. So let's go ahead and look over at the player props. Let's go look over here. Get rid of YouTube. We need to bring up this game. Cardinals Pirates loaded up in Fede versus Haney. All right. So Fede is green on walks allowed over 1.5. There's his numbers. St. Louis is not Fede. St. Louis. Pittsburgh is 18th in walks, so we don't care about that. So all we're going to look at is earned runs for both players and see what we can find out in this one. So Haney earned runs last 5. He is averaging 4 because his last 2 outings have been absolutely atrocious. 7 and 7. Well, now you're going against St. Louis, who is average at best with the bats. And, well, Detroit's hot. We know that. Milwaukee's hot. We know that. We know that these 2 teams are the 2 in the top 3 in bats right now. So, yeah, you face those 2. If you face a lower team, kind of like the Cardinals, like lower than them, like average, you might be in this range. So I'm assuming he probably gives up 3 or 4 runs. That's my assumption. Let's look at the other side. Let's look at Fede. 2.6 last 5 for him. He's been all over the place. Last one, he gave up 7. Everyone's giving up 7. 777. That's a lucky number. Let's go. Haney versus St. Louis. Anybody get blown up? No, nothing at all, really. 0 for 6 for Nolan, huh? That's interesting. Lefties, St. Louis versus, there's your numbers. Pittsburgh, righties, there you go. And Fede versus Pittsburgh, history, a lot of red. So we have 2 pitchers who last game gave up 7 runs each. They both gave up 7. They both are facing history where they actually have advantages. We look over here, Pittsburgh's been crushing. Now it was against the Mets. Are the Mets just, I like to think it's more the Mets are just that bad right now versus the Pittsburgh being that good. Does that make sense? Because I have a feeling I need to see one game against St. Louis. If they do this again where their offense pops off like 8-9 runs, okay, it's Pittsburgh. It wasn't just the Mets. So in St. Louis's average, I lean Pittsburgh slightly. But am I taking it? No, I don't like anything in this one. Everything's, the pitchers are too ish, ish. That's what they are. There's ish. So I'm gonna pass on this one completely. Let's move on to the next one. All right, game 3. We're being smart around here. We're gonna find smart money today. Oh God. Yankees in Toronto, really? Oh, okay. Yankees 148.5. I know everybody and mama talked about it yesterday. They said, oh, they've hit the under in 16 straight games. What happened? They hit the over. So, hey, whatever. The bats popped off yesterday. So here's your numbers. 8.5 our total today. We come to the spreadsheet. I'm gonna tell you right now, Yankees money line. It's off the table this week. I'm not messing with it for at least a series. Give me like 4 or 5 days. I might think about it. But for right now, against Toronto, look, those are pretty close numbers. Those are very comparable to the point. Same number. Basically the same. It's the same team, different jersey, except Toronto's at home. That's it. There's no difference here. So zero advantage with the bats. Let's go to pitchers and see who we got cooking over here. Load them up. And we got Rodon versus Scherzer. I keep forgetting Scherzer's with Toronto. Every time I see his name with Toronto, it throws me off. It messes with me. So, anyways, let's look at it. There's nothing to look at really. Scherzer strikeouts. He has not been striking anybody out, huh? Well, good for you, buddy, because the Yankees are 28th in strikeouts. Maybe you can strike somebody out today. Perhaps you can. Let's look, shall we? Carlos Rodon, his strikeouts have been way too damn high. So let's look. Scherzer earned runs 2.5. He's at 2.2. Not bad. Pretty good. Even though he's only pitched in 2 games. So don't let the last 5 for you, because 3 of those were when he was with Texas. So so he's at 2 and 3, which is not bad. That's a 2.5. Strikeouts, how has he done? 1 and 4. It was Baltimore and Cleveland. Cleveland strike out a good bit. Baltimore is all over the place, so it's still early. It's still early to really tell what he's going to be in Toronto. I don't know yet, for real. Let's look over at Carlos Rodon. This man had let's see, 2.4 average, 1.533, 0 against Cincy, shut him down. Strikeout wise, 5.74. He's been all over the place. 5.8 is average on a 5.5 line. Not touching that. Scherzer versus Yankees historically. Mike Giancarlo, 7 at-bats, 429, 2 homers, and a 1.7. Pretty good stats right there. That might be something to look at. Everyone else kind of sucks. Even Judge, 286. So that is potential there. What else could we have here? 0.91 for Bellinger. Damn, dude. Damn, look at that. All right. Well, let's see what else we got. Let's go to batter props. Let's go look at Stanton. Let's see just how good he is doing recently. So load up the bat props. We come over here. That's not, nope. There's Jazz. There's Bellinger. Oh my God, how far down we got to get to Stanton? There he is. To get a hit, he's way down here. Okay, let's take a look. Load him up. Last 10 is like, look at, he is 6 of 10, and his HRR is not good. So we're not going to touch it. Nope. I need good history and good recency before I take a batter prop. And otherwise, not a chance. So, no. What the hell are we going to do in this one? Scherzer versus that. Okay, Yankees versus righties. Toronto versus lefties. There's a couple good ones. And Rodon versus Toronto. Springer has 10 at-bats with a 4. He's 4 for 10 with 2 home runs and a 1.5. That's pretty good. We might take that too. Vladdy's got what is that? 8 for 12 with a home run and a 1.8. Damn, Vladdy. Let's go look at these two. So we want Springer and Vladdy as well. So let's go back over here. Scroll back up. Barger, Kirk, Straw, Chisholm, Springer, Belgian. There's Vladdy. All right, and then I want Springer. Where's Springer? I didn't see Springer on this list anywhere. Springer, there you are. Stolen bases is the first thing that pops up. That ain't good. Springer, how bad have you been? You've been decent. Last 10 hits. How much is rolled up by? But 7 of 10, pretty good. HRR 2.9 on a 1.5. I can work with this. What's your hits? To get a hits 165 and it's over half, he's averaging 1.3. Absolutely, I could take this. Let's look at Vladdy too to make sure. Vladdy, last 10 HRR is 2.2. Last 10 hits is what? 0.8. So it's 8 of 10 to get a hit. Springer's the way to go. Springer to get a hit. It's only 165, which is in my range. My range is minus 200. That's as high as I will go on a straight bet. So yours might be different, but if you want to parlay this, whatever. But I think I'm gonna go with this. I think I'm gonna go Springer to get a hit. So Springer over 0.5 hits. Just because of this play right here. Springer being 4 for 10 with 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and a 1.5 OPS, and like no strikeouts. Yeah, we'll take that. Next. All right, let's move on. I feel good. I didn't bet the Yankees. I didn't do what I said what I was going to do. It's cool. Nice. Let's move on. We got Cincinnati and Boston. Interesting little matchup. Currently, Boston's 180. Really? 7.5 is our total. Boston? Really? Boston's numbers have gotten better. They were terrible start like Friday, Saturday, but yeah, some of those, 10-game averages have changed. So yeah, you can see the numbers about the same. There's nothing really different here. Same like the last one. There's no difference. Same team, same colors basically. Is that this? No, Cincy's red's a different shade of red. Yeah, so but still, you know what I'm saying, about the same. There's no advantage with the bats. Let's go look at the pitchers. Today in this one, we swap over to the Reds and Red Sox. Reds and Red Sox. Oh, funny. We got it's Crochet going against Cincy with their strikeout number. Oh my God. And then we got 26 for Boston. Who is Cincy sending out? Oh, it's Chase Burns. Oh my God. Holy shit. Okay, okay, okay. What's Chase Burns strikeout 6.5? I know. Yeah, I faded him heavy the first time, and he showed me up. Hey, wrong. This man had 8 strikeouts in like nine. What was it? 3 innings? How many innings you pitch? 5. But he had like he struck out 6 of the first 7 batters. I know that much. We all know that much. So I think I got to take this, right? Plus 130, 6.5. Second at bat, second time out. I think against Boston. Boston? Do you not know Boston's one of the worst strikeout teams in the league? Absolutely. And then we got Crochet going out there. He might just sew up a beautiful little game for us today. Let me pull up Crochet strikeouts. 8.5. Holy shit, that's a lot. Oh, what? 9.2 and an 8.5. Now, see, his line is so damn high, I can't take this. And let's say alt this down to 7.5, which makes more sense. 7.5 I can work with. Because a 9.2 on a 7.5 with a 160 up, that's good. I can work with that. What's Chase's number? Plus 130. Can I alt this down to 5.5? Absolutely, I can. Look at them trying to show. They try to show me your best odds. I don't want the best odds sometimes. Sometimes I want the smart odds. And send me 133 on a 5.5 makes a lot more sense because I don't see Boston teeing off on them. I just don't because Boston's bats are not that great right now. But I gotta take. I think I'm taking both. Let's go look at the matchups. Crochet versus Cincy history. There's nothing there. Cincy versus lefties, they are miserable outside of Hayes, a little bit Espinal, and Stevenson slightly. They are just absolute terrible against lefties, which is mean. That's going. No wonder his number was so damn high. Oh, buddy, we're gonna have a strikeout fest. And then we got the Reds versus the Red Sox versus righties. They're just not that great with bats, period. And it burned. They never face Burns, obviously. So, well, guess what we're doing? I'm gonna have to make another line on my spreadsheet because we're going double play in this one. We're going double play. We're going Cincy Boston. We're going Crochet over. And what did I get? 7.5. Yeah, we bumped it down to the proper line, not that nonsense of 8.5. I mean, you could if you want to. You could absolutely take that. And then let's go ahead and trust the Rook because I've seen enough in one game. Like, dude, the movement on his pitches was absolutely filthy. Like, yeah, give me that. So we're going Burns. Over 5.5 Ks. Yep, we're going to take both. We're going to rock both strikeouts, which means you probably should take the under theoretically as well if you don't want to take a prop. Because I don't think that, well, Crochet's been known to give up a couple home runs occasionally here and there, but he still strikes out a bunch. Burns is still a rookie. Don't forget that. Yeah, he had one good game against the Yankees and he showed out in the first 3 innings, but then he did give up some runs. Remember that. If I go to earned runs, you can see he gave up 3 earned runs, which that was my play. It was him over 2.5 earned runs and he hit it. I won my bet in this game. When he pitched, I just thought he would get destroyed, not look amazing for 3 innings. Then people forget what happened past the 3rd inning. Whatever works. We all won. That's all that matters. So I'm taking both strikeouts next. All right, moving on. We are having, this is a fun little card today. You know, for only 8 games, I thought this would be kind of like one of those Monday days, but no, we're having fun today. Now we have the minor league versus the minor league. We have the A's in Tampa, the battle of the minor league parks. Currently, we have Tampa 185 with 8.5 total. We come over here, and Tampa is, oh, look, they're about to fall the top 10. I mean, average is still good, and hits and RBIs, but yeah, you got some teams ahead of them that have been popping up like 15 spots here recently, so 5.8 is still good. They're still batting right at 300. That's still good. A's are struggling still. They're on the road. Yeah, we lean Tampa here, obviously. Let's pop over to the pitchers to see who we got. Get rid of these 2 strikeout specialists, and we come over here to Tampa, and it's going to be Rasmussen versus Jacob Lopez. Lopez over strikeouts. Tampa's 10th in strikeouts, though. We don't really care about that. We can look at it, though. I mean, he's been pretty good, but still. Oh, my God. He's been really good. Yeah, 0, because he only pitched 1.2 innings. But since he's been, like, starting, oh, my God. 9-9. Now, this was KC9's impressive. That's real number. That's real good. Houston, pretty good. Detroit 6. Detroit's one of the top offenses. We know this. Tampa's one of the top offenses, but it looks like they're slipping a little bit. So Tampa's averaging 7.8 strikeouts. If you didn't see that, let me show you down here. Right there. 7.8 in the last 10. That's something to be noteworthy of. Let's look at the matchups. Rasmussen versus A's. Historically, a bunch of offers, bunch of nothing. He ain't give up nothing ever. We got A's versus righties historically, or this season, not the sort, this season. Tampa versus lefties this season. There you go. Not bad. Lopez has never faced him. That's good for Lopez. Why am I inclined to take this? I'm worried he might get teed off on. How do your earned runs look? Oh, dude's a monster all of a sudden. Oh my God. Who you face? You face Baltimore. Okay. Back here, Baltimore was not good. KC has been miserable for like 3 weeks now. We know this. Houston's a little impressive. You get one to Houston. In Detroit, you shut down. You had 7 shutout innings against Detroit. Detroit is one of the top offenses in the league, like in the past week, which means you faced them here, and they're still one of the top offenses because of this. Ooh, that is enticing. Oh man. Then we got to look at Rasmussen too to see what's popping here. Hell, let's take an under. Under might be the play because then we can trust that the A's not to help out much. But then again, we're at Tampa where the ball might fly, but then it's really humid outside. It's always going to rain potentially. Earned runs 1.5. You at 0.2420. You're averaging 1.6 in the last 5. The Mets gave up the most at 4. This is a hard one. This is a very hard one. I lean Lopez strikeouts. I lean the under. I don't love anything. Does that make sense? Like I lean them, but I don't. The thought of me putting actual money on them makes me kind of jump back a little bit. So sometimes you gotta be smart. Sometimes the best play is no play. Let's do that. Pass on it. Let's move on next. All right, moving on to the next one, which is game 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. Okay, moving on to Baltimore and Texas. Currently, we got a pick 'em slightly with a 8.5 total. We come over here, look at our spreadsheet, see our numbers. Baltimore's been average. Texas has been bad, but they're getting better. They are getting better. They're still second worst. They're batting 205 as a team. What are you doing? That ain't good. 720 on hits, plus 7.2 hits, 3.6 RBIs. That ain't gonna win any games. That's why you're 5-5 because your pitch has been good. Your batting is not. Let's move on. Pitchers. Who do we have? Get rid of you two. Load up Orioles and Rangers and see we got Patrick Corbin versus Trevor Rogers. Interesting. No green out here. Only 1 red, and this Rogers not giving up hits, which is interesting as well. So let's load up these two real quick and see what we got popping on these earned runs. So 2.2 for Trevor Rogers in his last 5. He had a 5.3030. He just faced Texas. Literally 7 days, last Monday, he faced them and gave up nothing. He gave up nothing in 8 innings. 8 innings shutout. Oh, well, him for 8 innings. But it was a shutout overall. So, yeah, dude was a beast. Damn. He's facing them again. It's going to be hard not to take that. And then Corbin faced Baltimore and gave up 5. He's starting to fade. Corbin's fading. Now, but see, the game was in Baltimore. Now we're in Texas. So it's a little different. It's a little different than it's been. So let's look at some numbers. Corbin versus Baltimore. There you go. Baltimore tees off on this man all damn day, doesn't he? They love him. They love Patrick Corbin. Some of those is the first line facing him. They still love him. See, lefties for Baltimore. There you go. Texas versus lefties. Texas versus Trevor Rogers. Garcia's got 444 with a home run of 1.3. There's a few over here for Baltimore I didn't even highlight. I should have. Holiday's only had 3 at bats. I don't really count that. You've only had 8, and you're 2 for 8. I don't care about that. So decent. Okay. So Baltimore has teed off on Corbin, and Texas couldn't do anything versus Rogers last time. So inherently, I want to be like, okay, Baltimore, right? That's what I want to do. And then I look over here and I see that, well, Patrick Corbin's still pitching, and Texas still kind of sucks with the bats. They're still not good. So they lost their last game. Baltimore money line's been straight up a pick 'em. I'm going to go for it. We're just going to go straight pick 'em. We're going to not be stupid. Let's just follow it. Baltimore money line. We're going to assume Trevor Rogers goes out there and does it again. Because if you did it once, you can do it again. Because Texas cannot hit the ball. You see this. They're batting 205 as a team. Baltimore might win this game. It could be 3-0. It could be 6-1. I don't know what it is. Either way, I'm going to take Baltimore to win. Next. All right, next up we have KC and Seattle's at the bottom side to blow it up so you can see it. Currently Seattle 155 with a 7.5 total. We come over here to the sheet. We see the numbers and we see that Seattle's cooking. KC is doing what KC does. KC likes to hang out in this bottom 5. That's just where they are. That's where all their buddies are. They like to hang out there. They go there every day. Sometimes they pop out and go over vacation in the top 10, but very rarely. They like to hang. This is their home base. Seattle's number 3 in runs, 5-2-3. Seattle's crushing. They're doing great. Let's go look at the props. Who's pitching in this one? Okay, we're probably taking a Seattle prop. Maybe going to fade the KC pitcher. You know how it works. Typical stuff. Waka. Yep, we could fade Waka. Strikeouts against Seattle. Seattle's 19th in strikeouts. Kirby walks. I'm not doing a half a walk prop. You kidding me? Let's look at Waka. Let's look at Kirby. Let's look at their earned runs. That's what I really care about. Waka strikeouts. Yeah, they look fine. 6 on a 4-5. Not bad. Earned runs. 2-4. How many hits allowed? That's the main thing I want to see. Hits. How many hits allowed? Yeah. 9-2-9. Walker got, yeah. Who was that against? Tampa. A's, White Sox, Texas can't hit the ball, so I don't care about that one. And Detroit, that was before they got hot. So yeah, Mike and Walker to give up 6 hits. 6? Is that the best number we can get? Seattle is second in hits at 10.8, and they're at home, which is also good. So that could be a play. What else we got? Kirby. This is walks. I don't care about walks. What about earned runs? 2.2. Yeah, look at the matchups. I think I know what I'm doing. I think I'm going to fade Walker hits. He's given up 9 in 2 of the last 3 games. I love that setup, especially against Seattle, who's averaging 10.8 hits per game. Love that. Bobby Booby Wits, 444 with nothing to show for it. And then a lot of nothing. So righties for KC, there you go. Seattle versus righties, and Walker versus Seattle. There's your numbers. Walker has been teed off on a little bit. Look at the home runs. Everybody has a home run except for 3 dudes. So Robert's got 357 and 14 at bats too. Yeah, that's where we're going. We're going to go Walker. Hits allowed. Yeah, he shut down Texas, but we literally just saw Texas can't hit the broadside of a barn right now. So don't even, 9, 5, 4. I'm going for it. We're going over 5.5 Walker. So WACHA over 5.5 hits allowed is my play. Next. All right, last game on the slate is going to be, is it San Fran? It is San Fran and Arizona right here. San Fran 150 with a 7.5 total. We go to our sheets. We see our numbers. Arizona, way better than San Fran. You can see the numbers. San Fran's struggling. 211 ain't going to get it done hitting the ball. 211 with only 6.5 hits per game. Come on, guys. Arizona's going to, even though they got a 4-game losing streak, we're not going to take Arizona money line. We don't want to bet on a team on a streak. Just no. We got to wait for them to win a game at least. But we can take a prop, though. We can do something. So let's get rid of Walker. Let's get rid of Kirby. Let's load up this game like so. Boop, boop. Logan Webb versus Ryan Nelson. Webb hits allowed is not what you want to see if you're facing Arizona, who is 7th in hits at 9.7 and 2nd in runs and 2nd in batting average. So, yep, that's a play for us. Webb strikeouts, Arizona 7th, so we're not going to look at that. Ryan Nelson, I don't care about. You could give up 17 earned runs. I don't care. Just as long as Logan Webb continues 5.4 hits allowed. That he shut down the Dodgers. That's actually impressive. Miami, Cleveland, Atlanta, San Diego, very close. This is going to be more of a split. See, the last one we had a couple that popped to 9. That made more sense. You know, there's potential. Here, I think his potential 7. And like then we're sweating 1. We have a 1 cushion. That's not enough. 5-4 and a 5-5, but I don't like the setup because you shut down the Dodgers means you could be on your game occasionally. So we're probably going to leave that alone. Nelson versus San Fran. There's your stats. Anybody pop off for real? Not really. There's a couple home runs, but not enough at bats. Righties for San Fran. There you go. Arizona versus righties. There you go. And Webb versus Arizona. Oh, there's a home run, but only a 208. Ooh, 300, but nothing to show for it. Not a bat prop we really want to jump on. So far, I lean Arizona to win, basically, based on, let's look at earned runs, actually, before I say that statement. So Webb, earned runs has been 1.4 in the last 5. He's been good. Let's look at Ryan Nelson, earned runs, 1.8 last 5. They're both good. I don't trust an under because Arizona's 2nd in runs. I don't want to go for that. Now, San Fran can obviously help with the one. And San Fran lost their last 2 games to the White Sox. Remember that. So, I lean Arizona, but then also, why is San Fran 150 on the money line? Weird. See, this game is suspicious as hell. Something's afoot. Something's happening. I don't want to know what this is. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to leave the damn game alone. We're going to pass and just get away back up from this game and move on to the next day, basically, because we're done. So spreadsheet, nope. Schedule, yep. So that was it. Quick little 8-game slate. We came up with what, 5 plays, 6 plays? Because we doubled up in the Cincy Boston game on the strikeouts. Yes, so exciting. Oh man, tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow's a new month. It's July 1st, baby. It is July 4th week. So it's going to be a fun week. We have all these plays here. All these teams are playing. I appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe, check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out, a nice little recap for you. That way you'd have it. Or if you want access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research. Other than that, check out Outlier for the props. And let me know in the comments what you're playing. And I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday for some more MLB. Peace.